Involving parents. No matter how capable the teacher, the vast majority of students will experience difficulty in school without parental support and encouragement. A primary goal of successful teachers is to try to secure parental involvement in their children's academic careers. It is probably a teacher's most difficult task. There are a variety of reasons why parents often are not involved in assuring their children's success in school. Some of the reasons are expressed verbally. My kid's success at school is the responsibility of the teachers. I work 2 jobs. I don't have time to be involved in my child's schooling. Other reasons are unspoken. Some parents didn't have good experiences themselves when they were in school, and they feel inferior and intimidated by the thought of venturing foot on their child's campus. Other parents do not feel welcome at their child's school. They view it as a place where they will be greeted with hostility by teachers who don't want us parents meddling in school affairs. Language problems pose real barriers for many parents. And some parents, for reasons such as illness, drug or alcohol problems, or job stress, simply do not seem to care about their child's education. Unfortunately, the general rule of thumb is that the older the child, the less the participation of the parent. For example, one study reported that nationally, 90% of 4th graders' parents participated in parent-teacher conferences, while, among 8th graders, the percentage dropped to 57%. Parents of middle schoolers and high schoolers frequently report that they don't feel capable of helping with homework unless they are experts in the subject. Another problem is that middle schools are larger and more impersonal than most elementary schools. And with their children receiving instruction from several teachers, parents may feel unsure as to whom to contact to become involved in their child's education. Intuitively, most teachers know that parent engagement is a crucial factor in the educational process, and facts support that intuition. According to a National Education Association report, regardless of family income or socioeconomic background, students with involved parents are more likely to do the following: make higher grades and test scores, possess better social skills and show better behavior, attend school regularly, pass their classes and be promoted, graduate and enroll in secondary education. So, how do we go about encouraging parents to become engaged in their child's educational process? Here are some tactics for teachers and administrators to consider. Create a welcoming school environment for parents. Teachers must be proactive in inviting the participation of parents. Take-home sheets advertising school events and inviting parents to initiate parent-teacher conferences are a good welcoming tool. Setting aside a parents' room with a sign saying, "Welcome Parents," a place for parent meetings, receptions, and parent-teacher conferences is a welcome signal to parents. A school-wide Parents' Night with food, door prizes, and fun activities, such as a parent-student dance contest, a Dunk Your Teacher booth, for willing teachers and coaches, of course, publicized in a mailing and in take-home notes advertising the event, is another way of humanizing the school and making parents feel at ease on the campus. Communicate with parents. As discussed in the previous lesson, great teachers use every means at their disposal to establish communication with parents. Modern technology can be instrumental here. Parents' email addresses can be a marvelous tool. Depending on the school district, there are a couple of options for obtaining email addresses. One way is to get the email addresses from the school office and send a note home with the students saying, "Unless you notify me otherwise, I will be emailing you on a regular basis, telling you what your child is studying, suggesting ways you may help your child's educational progress, and publicizing school events. Thank you for the honor of entrusting me to be a part of your child's educational career." Another way is to send a note home with the students conveying the above information, asking for the parents to provide their email address, sign it, and have their child return it to you. Make regular use of take-home memos, newsletters, phone calls, invitations to parent-teacher conferences, and other communication tools. Also, be sure to provide information and ideas to help families with homework activities. Invite parents to be volunteers. One of the greatest motivational words ever to be used is the word help. It is an innate characteristic embedded deep within our DNA that we like to help other people. It not only benefits the recipient, it also makes us feel good. We all want to leave this world a better place for our having lived in it. A carefully worded call for volunteers will likely enlist the participation of some parents who have time or who will make time to answer the call. The note might read something like this: Help! If you would like to make a real difference in the life of your child and other children, then your school needs you and has a place for you. We need your help as a tutor, reader, hall monitor, newsletter typist. Working together, we can make your child's school an educational showcase. On behalf of our kids, please help. Contact the school office and let us know of your availability and how you would like to contribute. The results can be placed in a parent resource directory. When teachers and staff need volunteers to help with an activity or event, they can refer to the directory and find parents whose skills and interests match that particular task. Some parents' work schedules preclude their volunteering at the campus. Other parents simply aren't comfortable coming to the school. Parents can still be asked to volunteer in myriad ways off campus. A parent who has access to a computer at work might type a classroom newsletter during lunch hour or translate notices to a different language. At home, parent volunteers can make decorations for school events or keep school pets on the weekends. Teachers should employ great creativity in not only asking parents for their volunteer information, but also providing suggestions for ways in which parents might volunteer. Encourage school administrators to establish a volunteers program to help teachers, students, and administration. Set aside a room as a parent center for volunteer activities and for parent classes and resources. Send out a first-of-the-year letter or postcard survey identifying all available times and talents of volunteers and ask the parents to email the responses to the school or return it via their kids. If there are decisions to be made regarding the school, invite parental input in the decision-making process. Getting parents to volunteer is a gateway to enlisting their participation in other areas of their children's education. Provide parenting seminars or talks. Providing research-based parenting seminars is another way of encouraging parents to set foot on campus. Brief talks dealing with health, nutrition, and the developmental stages of a child will be attractive to many young parents. Parents of older children will be interested in topics such as homework, rebellion, gang activity, and bully-proofing. And all parents can benefit from a small group experience where the discussion is kept confidential and parents have an opportunity to problem solve and peer mentor one another. Many schools offer the ARC for Parents program for these purposes. It is critical that the invitation to participate in a parenting class not be condescending or infer that the parents need help with their parenting. The letters and take-home pieces advertising these classes should emphasize our seminars are for great parents who want to become even better. Door prizes and food, most local merchants will be willing to contribute, are helpful in securing parental attendance. Stage family-friendly school events. A proven way of providing needed teacher-parent interaction and gathering cultural information is to stage an event that includes an all-out effort to encourage families to come to the campus. Innovation and creativity are required if the attempt is to meet with success. A school in Florida, discouraged by the lack of parental attendance at open house night in previous years, decided to stage a family night. Since the school had a large, free, and reduced lunch and minority population, they sent home flyers in various languages, advertising a spaghetti dinner with dessert and an invitation to bring the entire family. Each teacher signed up to bring something for the dinner, and they extended the hours for open house night from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. The event was a huge success. Parent turnout more than tripled, and the teachers were able to meet the whole family of their students, which in turn helped teachers to better understand each family's needs and priorities. Tell parents how important they are in their child's educational process. Parents can play a tremendous role in promoting their child's educational career. If children know that their parents expect them to get a good education, they tend to rise to that expectation. Parents should be made aware of the importance of their constant encouragement and support. An example is in the area of homework. Because of their own level of education, some parents feel inadequate to the task of supporting their children's schoolwork. They should be reassured that they can be enormously supportive without understanding the content of their child's education. That support can come in the form of non-academic tasks, such as providing an adequate time and place to do homework, making sure that the child completes the homework, or contacting the teacher if the child seems to constantly struggle with homework. To encourage parental involvement and support, teachers should only send home homework that reinforces knowledge of materials that the student has already mastered. It is foolish and non-productive to send home assignments that are beyond the student's knowledge and capability. It will be frustrating to the student and discouraging to his parents. Summing up, when teachers are trying to assemble the puzzle of educating children and youth, involving parents is an important piece. One study showed parental participation in education to be twice as predictive of students' academic success as the family's socioeconomic status. Since school-age children spend 70% of their time outside of class, it is vital that teachers try to engage parents in the educational process. Joyce Epstein of Johns Hopkins University is a leading advocate in developing school and family partnership programs. She says, "The main reason to create such partnerships is to help youngsters be successful in school and later in life." Dr. Epstein stresses the importance of parenting programs, communication, and promoting volunteerism as means of building those partnerships. Ron Clark, designated as Teacher of the Year by Disney and founder of the Ron Clark Academy for Teachers, tells this story. "I met a principal who was recently named as the Administrator of the Year in her state. She was loved and honored by all, but she told me she was leaving the profession. I screamed, 'You can't leave us!' And she quite bluntly replied, 'Look, if I get an offer to lead a school system of orphans, I will be all over it. But I just can't deal with parents anymore. They are killing us.' Granted, interaction with parents is sometimes difficult. However, it is important to remember that, in virtually every case, the parent has good intentions and means well. So don't give up. Involving parents is too important." Here are some things to remember in involving parents. Parent involvement and support can be a key element in enabling a student to experience academic success. Create a welcoming school environment for parents. Communicate with parents. Invite them to come to parent conferences. Offer them volunteer opportunities. Provide parenting seminars and classes. Stage family-friendly school events. Tell parents how important they are to their child's academic progress.